Hi crafting friends, Melissa Kerman here with Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I sell all the products that I share with you in my videos. For today's project, I'm sharing a bunch of products from the Festive Farmhouse suite, including the Farmhouse Christmas stamp set as you can see there. The project that I'm making today was a club project for my November-December groups, and it's also available as a free project kit through my free card kit program. You can find details about the free card kit program in the video description below. And I'm going to start by preparing some of the smaller pieces that go on this card. There's a bunch of little pieces to this card, but broken down, it's really pretty simple. So I'm using that one image right there with the Mossy Meadow ink and stamping on a piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock. As you can see, I've stamped it a second time using the Cherry Cobbler ink on a very vanilla piece. Here's a visual display of the pieces that I'm working on right now. I just stamped the image on the Pear Pizzazz piece and I'm about to punch it out. And then I'm going to make an air bow with my Cherry Cobbler baker's twine. And I always have to fiddle a little bit with getting it just right, getting the airs right, pulling the tails out so that they don't fall out. And so now we're going to work on the banner piece, that Cherry Cobbler banner piece, and I've used the triple banner punch for this, but you can also use a scissors, just cutting up the center of the end and then trimming in from the edges. I've done that and showed that on videos before. So next I'm going to die cut my Merry Christmas image using one of the dies from the Farmhouse Framelits dies, and I'm using my magnetic platform, especially since I'm using a stamped image. I want to make sure that that die stays in place just right, so I frame the sentiment that I've already stamped. The die I'm using for this sentiment is just one of many in the Farmhouse Framelits dies. There's a whole bunch of really cute shapes, as you can see here, a little fence and a tree and a house. I have a project that I've created that's coming soon to my blog that uses some of those other dies, and it's just the cutest little card. I can't wait to share it. So now I'm going to be doing my dry embossing of the corrugated piece for the base of this card, and it's a thick embossing folder, so I did spray it lightly, and that allows the fibers of the paper to shape more, to get more of an impression. And I'm just going to run it through the Big Shot. So as you can see in my visual display here, we've worked on most of the pieces on this card. So I folded a piece of burlap in half, and I'm going to cut that angle so that it matches the other side. And then I'm going to actually cut that piece of burlap in half and then open them up so that the angle is exactly right. So you can see that here in my visual display. Next, I just did the same process, exactly the same again, to create the banner element on the left side as well. And I did attach the burlap directly to the designer series paper on the back side using multi-purpose liquid glue. As you can see here, I'm also using this same glue for the back side of the corrugated piece. It needs a little bit of a stronger adhesive given the shape of the corrugated piece. All that's left to do now is really the assembly of the card. So I'm putting some dimensionals on the back side of my Merry Christmas banner piece, and I'm going to go ahead and just attach that to the center of my Cherry Cobbler banner, and then the Cherry Cobbler banner will get attached to the Pear Pizzazz circle so that it covers the Merry Christmas that's stamped on that piece. Now I can just attach my assembled sentiment piece onto my designer series paper at the desired angle. And after that's assembled, I'll take my air bow and just put a glue dot on the back side, and then I'll attach it to my galvanized button. And then I'm going to put a glue dot on the back side of the galvanized button, and as you can see here, I'm just going to set it aside and leave it until I'm ready to assemble the card at the very end. Now I have my burlap piece all ready to go. I did want to point out that when you attach your burlap, you want to make sure that it's slightly lower than halfway. You can see it's justified towards the bottom. You also want to make sure that those burlap banner elements aren't sticking out too far to the left and right so that it extends out over the edge of the card. So I've used the multi-purpose liquid glue, as you can see here, to attach these pieces, but some club members, when they did theirs, they used dimensionals and it looked really good as well. So that's something to consider when you're making yours. So I hope you enjoyed this project today and will try it yourself. It's an awesome product suite, and just as you can see, I'm just adding my final little element of that tiny little aired bow with the galvanized button. So if you really liked this project, please share it with friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel and give it a thumbs up. And as a reminder, this project is available as a card kit through my free card kit program. And you can find all the details about how to get these kits free in the description below the video. So I hope you have a great day and happy crafting, and thanks for spending some time with me today.